All right, we're gonna hope this is gonna work, but I'm trying something new out with this whole setup here, and it's been glitching really bad because I'm on my fucking laptop. But we'll get it fixed. But in this video, I'm gonna be making a tier list of all the champions ranked from most exciting to least exciting. There's a lot of boring champions right now. The UFC is at a low point, I would say. So I decided to make this video so I could dog on a lot of people and I could highlight some of the highlights in the UFC right now. So starting off, we have, and forgive me for the boof setup, but but first we have Islam Makhachev. I'm gonna put Islam at B tier because I think Islam is entertaining when he is pushed to the point where he has to be entertaining. He is entertaining, but it's because he has to be, because he'll get his takedown stuffed. If he doesn't get his takedown stuff and he has his way, he will be boring and lay on top. They all do if they get the opportunity. They have to be pushed to have an exciting fight, at least in my opinion. But yeah, that's why I'm putting Islam at B. I think he's very exciting, but I think it's because he has to be. I don't think it's because he chooses to be, and that's important. Next, Alejandro Pantoja, I'm going to put at C tier. He's not as bad as some of the people that are going to be later on this list, but he is very boring. He is a big grappling guy. He's a flyweight, so automatically he's pretty boring. He's just not interesting in the fly as a flyweight champ anymore. I liked him when he was fighting Brandon Moreno. He went to a war with him, and it was super entertaining. But his run has been more or less just grappling, getting the advantage in the grappling, and that is super boring to me. It might not be to some people, but that is super boring to me. And he's a flyweight, and there's just better flyweights that could be doing fun shit. I hope Tatsuro Taira. He's also a grappler, but he does it in like a fun little like cool technical way. So I like him more. And Pantoja, he's Brazilian, but not in like the cool way. You know what I mean? Not in the cool way you're Brazilian, like stoic beast. He's not that. He's just kind of, I don't know. He's just not entertaining. So I'm putting him at C, but he's definitely not the worst. That is coming up soon. But yeah, next, Marab Divashvili. I'm going to put Marab. Oh my god. Shit. I'm going to put him at C, a little bit below Pantoja, because Marab does funny, goofy shit sometimes. He kissed O'Malley. He picked up Henry Cejudo and ran around with him. He got him a guillotine and stuck his tongue out. He does quirky shit, but his quirky shit is in the middle of him doing the most boring shit of all time. I'll never forgive him for the fight with Jose Aldo. That shit was so bad. He just held him against the fence for fucking 3 rounds. One of the legends. I love Jose Aldo. How do you do him like that? Same with Peter Yan. Unbelievable. It's just he's all he does is want all he wants is takedowns and holding you down, and that shit is boring. The only reason he's not a D is because he can sometimes do a cool. He sometimes does a funny thing when he's in the cage, and he sometimes does a funny like skit or some shit that I'm like, oh, you're dumb, but it's kind of funny. But that's the only reason he's not a D. I might put him a D later. I kind of forget who's champ right now. So he might be a D if we don't get a fucking worse one. We do have one worse, and I think you know who I'm talking about. But next, Ilya, I think. Yep, Ilya Tapuria, A tier, motherfucker. Ilya is a super exciting fighter. I'm gonna make a video on him later as well, but I think he is the UFC's future in a big way. I think he is very exciting. He's arrogant in that way that's super like interesting, and like you want to root against him and you also want to root for him. He's the closest thing. I hate to say it, but he's the closest thing to McGregor, especially now that O'Malley's gone. But O'Malley didn't have the personality. I feel like Topuria does. But he's also a fucking killer. He finishes everyone he can. Knocked out Volk. He always goes for the finish. He's a beast on the ground and on the feet, but his boxing is next level and he doesn't opt out to the ground every single second he can. and he's super entertaining. And I really want him to do good things in featherweight. I don't know why him versus Holloway is very interesting. I think he's gonna win, and then I think after that he becomes the biggest star. After Pereira leaves and all these guys leave, he's the next guy. So yeah, super entertaining. And when he put like the "I'm already champ" thing in his bio, and then went out there and knocked out Volk, it was just like, okay, yeah, this guy's real. But yeah, Ilya Pereira A tier. Sorry if the thing's glitching. Don't look at me if you don't like the glitching. But yeah, next. Bilal Muhammad. Bilal Muhammad. D tier. I'm going to pull him all the way over here. Last D tier no matter what. He's going to go at this bottom 0 tier. You know why. It's Bilal Muhammad. You know why. You know why he's there. You know why he's there. He's the most boring fighter of all time. And he is now champ. He's the decision man of the fucking century. He decisions everyone. Gilbert with a broken arm, decision. And Leon Edwards couldn't even do a cool thing. He has never done a cool thing except for against Sean Brady, and that was like the sloppiest finish I've ever seen in my life. Bilal Muhammad has no personality. It's boring as fuck. And that's why he's at D tier. Rightfully so. Next, I think Dricus. I think Dricus is an A tier. Exciting champ. Some people will disagree with me. I hate that narrative that he's boring. How is he boring? He's not boring at all. He always goes for the finish in like a super stupid, funny way. I don't think entertainment has to be super skillful all the time. He wins fights every fight, and he is a dog when he does it. He gasses out and then just trucks on like it doesn't even matter for him. And he always gets the finish no matter what. It's so funny. He's finished everyone. You never know what's going to happen. He's a wild fuck. And yeah, he's right below Topuria for me though. But yeah, just because technical does matter. But he is just a monster everywhere that counts for entertainment. He is so fun, and his trash talk is, I think, it's the best in the UFC right now. If you disregard McGregor, but he's not really in the UFC right now. So yeah, Dricus, he is the guy when it comes to entertainment as a champion in middleweight. He's the most entertaining middleweight in my opinion. He's very exciting. I love watching him fight, and his trash talking personality is cool. And it's yeah, that's why he's at A tier. Would probably disagree. I hate that narrative though that he's boring. That's stupid. But next up, we have Pereira. I think you guys know where Pereira's going on this list. Pereira's definitely an S tier in terms of exciting fighters. Definitely. He's the most exciting fighter in the UFC right now. Now that O'Malley lost. But it was still neck and neck with him and O'Malley, in my opinion. Pereira, you never know what's going to happen to him. He's been flatline KO'd. He's KO'd everyone he's fought. He is the has the most aura of any fighter ever. His personality, even without being able to talk, is like amazing. It's super funny. He's obviously an S tier fighter. He knocks out everybody. He's a double champ. He's a spectacle because he came from kickboxing and doesn't know how to fucking wrestle. He's the whole package for a star besides speaking English. If he could talk some shit, I guarantee you. He's already the face of the UFC. I guarantee you he'd be way up there if he could speak English. But he gets his personality across even when he can't speak English. He's just awesome. And yeah, Pereira, rightfully so at S tier. I think everybody was expecting that. And yeah, most exciting fighter in the UFC, in my opinion. Next, Jon Jones. L. Jon Jones. L. Jon Jones. Jon Jones. I'm going to put Jon Jones at the top of C tier. Above Pantoja and above Merab. For his earlier fights is why I'll put him there. Shit. No, I have to put him at B. No, I don't. Fuck him. I am putting him at C tier. Top of C tier. Because he's not as boring as Merab and fucking Pantoja. His earlier fights were kind of cool. But he's never had a dominant fight besides the old fucks super long ago. His recent fights against real light heavyweights have been non-dominant. He's the only thing he does interesting is beat his fucking wife and do a bunch of drugs. He is ducking the shit out of Tom Aspinall, losing all credibility for his name. I hate John Jones. And yeah, that's why he's on this list. By the way, I don't have Tom Aspinall in here. He's an interim champ, but he would also either be at top of the A or S tier, just so you know. And look at where John Jones is, all the way down there. I wonder why. Oh my god, I hate him. He's such a fuck, and he's gonna retire. It's gonna ruin everything. But yeah, he's not exciting. He doesn't finish people. He ekes out split decisions unless it's a really old guy, old pride fighter. He just gets decisions. Unless it's Cyril Gahn for fucking some reason. That was stupid. I'm being super salty and coping. But come on, what? Why? That doesn't, if you look at that fight and think something wasn't up, you're just, I don't know. There's definitely something up with that fight. But yeah, John Jones is right there on the list. Top of C. I can't do him that dirty because he had some fun fights in the beginning. But nope, he's not exciting. Especially not now. Next, Valentina Shevchenko. Ugh, God, Valentina Shevchenko. Where do I put you? Bottom of C. Her recent performance was fucking horrible. I'm going more recent with this one. I know she's had finishes and she's been entertaining before, but holy shit. This last performance dropped her big time for me. Now I'm not interested in her at all after what she just did in that co-main event. Held Grasso down for 5 rounds. She's gotten cool finishes. She has that head kick finish. Just because of that, just because of the head kick finish, I'll put her above like Merab. Fuck Merab. But yeah, she isn't entertaining, especially now. And yeah, Valentina's gonna stay at the middle of C. Not entertaining at all. But not Bilal. I think Bilal is gonna have that category to himself. Maybe not. Maybe not. Next, Zhang Weili. I'm gonna put Zhang Weili at the bottom of B tier. And there's some reasons also. There's just less finishing potential in the women's division, I'll say. So it's automatically a tier down in entertainment. But she is very entertaining. She has very cool finishes. She goes to war. She does like to wrestle quite a bit, especially recently, and hold people on the ground. But I feel like she's had enough like fun battle wars that I can put her at the bottom of B. Yeah, put her above John Jones and Pantoja and Merab and Valentina. That sounds good to me. She's pretty entertaining. Most entertaining woman fighter right now. And yeah, just a tier below those guys at the top. But yeah, she's pretty entertaining. Next, Raquel Pennington. Yeah, she gets down there with Bilal Muhammad. She's going to be ahead of Bilal Muhammad, though. Fuck Bilal Muhammad, boring ass motherfucker. Goofy ass looking motherfucker. Next, Raquel Pennington. Boring. Super uninteresting. Fight style's boring. She doesn't do anything cool. There's not much to say. She's just boring. She shouldn't be champ. It's weird that she is. I don't like it. Kayla Harrison better lock in because she's the only hope for that division in terms of entertainment, I think. But yeah, I think that's about it. That's my list. That's my list for the most exciting champs in the UFC right now. I don't think I'm missing anybody. I might be. Nope, I'm not. So that's about it. I want to know what you guys think about my list. And also, if I glitch out a lot, I'm sorry. And I want you, let me know what you think about this new upgrade of shit. I'm getting somewhere. But yeah, I will see you soon.